The film begins in 1977, during the height of the war, with the introduction of a young woman named Patricia. She was terrified and moved to a doctor, but reaching there, she became scared. She tells the doctor, being terrified, that she studies dancing at an academy and believes all of the teachers are witches. They have taken my hair and other body parts. She is with me, watching me, and I can feel her. She is a senior witch who wishes to enter me and will use my 2 friends if I do not return to that academy. It is important for me to go there so I can tell them that they are in a huge trouble. Being panicked and in hurry, Patricia leaves while forgetting her purse there. Right after it, the main character of the story is seen named Susie. She came here from another city just to learn dancing in that academy. Susie joins the academy and is asked to dance without music to see if she is capable. A teacher in the other room can feel her dance when she was dancing. She comes there and starts seeing Susie while dancing. After dancing, Susie sees the girls in the academy who were talking about Patricia. The owner informs her that she has been granted admission and that you will be provided with free residence. Susie becomes happy to hear this as she hasn't money to rent a room to live. Patricia's friend helps Susie to set her room, and they were also talking about a ritual, black magic. It was said that Patricia failed in that black magic, so now we have to choose someone else. The girls were dancing and Patricia's friend was worried about her because she was missing. She shouts in anger and says, "You all are witches and my friend, Patricia, is missing because of you." Her condition gets worse when she was leaving from there. Many tears come out of her eyes suddenly. She gets panicked and tries to move out from there, but she couldn't and gets stuck in a mirror room. A teacher who was mother there chooses another dancer to replace Patricia's friend. Susie says, "I will replace her," but mother says, "You are new in the academy and don't know dancing properly." She says, "I have seen this dance many times in TV and I know everything what to do." The mother presses her hands and feet after hearing this while praying and saying some spells. After this, Susie dances very well and easily as she moves her body while dancing. The body of Patricia's friend who was stuck in mirror room moves automatically. Her body starts bending strangely due to it. Her bones starts breaking one by one after it. Her body was molded badly, means her arms and legs were molded in weird condition. After it, few ladies of the academy arrive who were witches and take her while hanging her in meat hook. Seeing it, we discover the witches do wrong with the girls who come here. Patricia's other friend becomes a good friend of Susie, and the mother was also supporting Susie. Patricia forgot her purse at doctor's home and the doctor finds a diary from it. We discover many things. It was written the witches of academy consider the old witches their mother or god. They obey everything they say or do, and the 3 old witches each have their own job, one being the Tears Witch and the other the Darkness Witch. The special among them was named Suspiria Witch, and she was the nicest of all. Everyone gives her respect who was the senior witch of this academy. Her body was getting rotten because of her age and now she wants a new pretty body. That's why Patricia said she wants to come in my body. For this, the witches of the academy will soon perform a black magic. Knowing all this, the doctor feels something is wrong. So he moves to the police station and reports about the academy and Patricia, who is missing. Susie sees nightmares and now Patricia was missing. That's why Susie and her friend become worried about her. They move to the academy's office and start finding Patricia's documents and details. During this, 2 police officers arrive who come here for investigation on that doctor's report. Those clever witches control the officers and start misbehaving with them. Susie was watching them doing this, but she takes it as a fun. The next day, Susie was dancing and someone was feeling her with a terrible hand. She was none other than the senior dancer of the academy, means that senior witch. This time, the witch has chosen Susie, means she will move into her body, but the mother becomes furious after knowing this and she says to the owner that Susie isn't ready for this. We can't give her to the senior witch until she gets ready for this. Actually, the mother doesn't want to give Susie to the senior witch. Now because only the orders of senior witch are obeyed here, so the mother has no other way except for obeying her. Susie sees a nightmare and she says, I know who am I, and who is inside me. Here, we discover the mother is showing those nightmares to Susie. The next day, the mother calls the other girl when Susie wasn't dancing well and the girl performed those dance steps well. Now the mother sees the girl and then Susie. She appears to be incorporating that girl's dancing ability into Susie. The girls were leaving, but the girl who was dancing, suddenly, her condition gets worse. She falls down and starts feeling severe pain. Now, Susie has mastered the dance. The doctor goes to meet the police officers, and it appears that nothing has happened to them. Nothing is wrong in the academy, and everything is fine. However, the police officers are still under the control of witches. The doctor moves to the academy and meets Susie's friend, saying, I am Patricia's friend. Later, he takes her for dinner and then tells her everything written in Patricia's diary. He says the academy and the teachers there are wrong, but Susie's friend doesn't feel good to hear it and leaves. The witches were having food and a witch injures her neck with a knife. This witch is shown sad from the beginning, as if she is embarrassed by what they are doing to the academy girls. The next day, Susie's friend who went with the doctor starts searching the academy, and discovers a secret door there. When she enters, she discovers strange things, including a picture of her mother and the senior witch. The witches use those items to perform black magic, while she hears witches shout and voices of casting spells. She becomes afraid after hearing it and runs from there while taking a hook. She now meets the doctor again, and he tells her more about what is written in the diary. He tells 3 sisters have made a black magic while performing a ritual in front of a black sea. After that, they have many powers and earned a lot of money, but wherever they go, people die. Those 3 sisters are none other than the 3 witches whom the academy witches consider their mother or god. Susie's friend becomes surprised to know all this and says, I will find Patricia in the secret rooms of academy. Then she feels like the witches are spying on her when she leaves. Even she tells this to Susie, but she ignores her. Now the witches cut Susie's hairs and keep them. As you remember, Patricia said the witches kept my hairs. The girls were getting ready in red dress for their show, and Susie's friend also moves in the secret rooms after getting ready. The witches were busy and she gets a chance to check this place to find Patricia. The doctor also comes to watch their show. Their show was about to start and all girls were present except for Susie's friend. Their show start without her, and finally, Susie's friend finds Patricia, but in a very poor condition. She was looking terrible and her body was getting rotten and she seems like a ghost or a dead body. There were many other girls except for Patricia, who were looking not less than a ghost or dead body. Their voices were terrible, and then a girl comes near Susie's friend, but she gets scared to see this and runs from there. Being in hurry, her foot stuck in a broken place and she falls down. She falls so hard that her leg bone breaks and falls out, causing her excruciating pain. During the dance, the doctor notices Susie's friend wasn't there on another side. The witches come to Susie's friend and controls her while performing magic on her. Due to it, her wound heals and the bone also joins. After it, she joins her group on the stage and starts dancing. It seems after seeing the dance of the girls like they are performing a ritual instead of dancing. Susie's friend comes to her senses while dancing means out of the control of those witches. She feels pain and starts shouting while falling there. Their dance or the ritual stops before it completes because the girls stop dancing as she falls down. Now the mother approaches Susie and says that while the girls have stopped dancing, you should not. You should keep on dancing. She likes Susie and doesn't want to give her to the senior witch. The doctor sees his wife who got missing 2 years ago and moves forward, but then realizes he has come near the academy. His wife vanishes in an instant. Meanwhile, 2 witches come out while shouting and take the doctor inside. The witches have called the doctor here while showing him his wife because they are about to perform their last ritual, in which they will give Susie's body to that senior witch while performing black magic, but for this, they need a man. That's why they have chosen the doctor. After it, the girls of the academy and the witches come in a weird condition and start the black magic here. The senior witch is shown for the first time, whose body gets rotten because of many diseases. She was looking terrible because of it. The blood of Patricia and her friends are used in this ritual. Susie arrives and the mother was worried because of Susie, and says, "We can stop this magic if you are not ready for this." The senior witch becomes furious at mother hearing this, but Susie says, "No problem, I am ready for this." The mother doesn't feel anything right, and when the mother moves her hand forward to stop the ritual, the senior witch attacks her neck. Her neck starts bleeding. The senior witch asks Susie to forget her real mother and accept her as her mother, so I will be easily move into your body. Suddenly, death arrives. That was terrible, and everyone gets scared to see it. As a mark of respect, the death bows in front of Susie. When the senior witch sees this, she becomes terrified and asks Susie, "If death is dangerous, why is it bending in front of you? Who are you?" And here, Susie tells, "I am none other than witch Suspiria, and I am angry with your wrong tasks, tortures and lies." She begins by killing the senior witch, who was the cause of everything that was going on here. Later, she ends everyone one by one. Now, Susie, who was Suspiria, comes into her real getup and moves to Patricia and her friends and asks them to tell her what do they want. They were in a lot of pain, so they said, "Please release us from this pain so we can find peace." She agrees to get them out of this horrible situation, and the next morning the other girls in the academy are shown. They have no recollection of the previous night and begin dancing. Because of the witches' deaths, there was blood in the area where their show was held. The witches were cleaning it and the mother was alive, even her neck was injured badly. Susie now commands all of the witches here, and Susie went to the doctor and apologized for the witches' bad behavior. "If we talk about your wife, she died 2 years ago and remembered you in her final moments." Then she erases the doctor's memory so he doesn't feel bad because she wants everyone to be happy. Nothing bad will happen now, and she will spread joy everywhere. This is the final scene of the film. Thank you for watching.